In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw a cityscape in 2-point perspective. We're going to begin with the horizon line, which is where our eye level would be. So you can put this anywhere that you want on the page. I'm going to put mine maybe just a little bit above the center. And then you want your 2 vanishing points for 2-point perspective. So I'm going to place those on the edges of my horizon line. Now, when you're drawing with 2-point perspective, you're facing the corner of a building. So we are going to begin by drawing the corner of our buildings. I'm going to put my first building more on the left side of the page. So my vertical line is going to represent the corner of this building. Once I've drawn that vertical line, I'm going to connect both ends to each vanishing point. So I'm going to line this one up with this vanishing point and draw a line, and line this end up with this vanishing point and draw a line, and then do the same side. Rather than draw it all the way to the vanishing point, since I know my building's not going to be that big, I'm going to stop somewhere around here so I don't have as much erasing to do later. So now I need to decide, how big do I want my building to be? I'm going to put one vertical line here and another one over here. And now I have my building. So I can erase the converging lines that I don't need. And I can erase the horizon line that's going through my building. At this point, I think I might go ahead and draw in a sidewalk, because I think I want a sidewalk next to all my buildings on this block over here. So to do that, I'm going to continue the line of that building to the vanishing point lightly, because I might end up erasing some of it later. And then I'm going to draw another line from the vanishing point to here. And this will be my sidewalk. Then I'm going to make it turn. And let's see where I want that to actually cross. To draw the other end of the sidewalk, I'm going to line this point up with my other vanishing point over here and draw a line. So then this will be my sidewalk for that block. Now, let's say I want a street right here. I'm going to lightly continue this line down here. I think I would like my street to be about this wide. So I'm going to make a mark here, and then line that up with this vanishing point over here, and draw a line very lightly, since I'm going to end up erasing some of that later. And then maybe I need a sidewalk on this side. So I'm going to decide how wide to make my sidewalk, make a mark there. It needs to be wider over here because this sidewalk is closer to the viewer. And line that up with the vanishing point. And if I want this sidewalk to continue onto this side, I'm just going to line it up with the same line that I've already drawn and continue it over here. Now, let's say that I want a building over here on this side of the block. Let's first decide where I want the corner of that building to go. And I think I want it to start right here. And I'm going to draw a vertical line for the corner of that building. Now, this is the corner, so I need both ends to go to this vanishing point and both ends to go to this vanishing point. But I'm not going to draw it all the way there because I don't want to erase all that. I'm going to have it stop here And I'm gonna have this one stop right about here. And then I'll draw the other side too. Now I need to decide where I want this building to end. I want it to end here on this side, so I'm going to draw a vertical line parallel to the corner. And then over here, I think I'll have it end right here. So I'll draw another parallel line to this corner. So now I can erase all of these converging lines that are going through my building that I don't need. Now let's draw another building over here. To figure out where I want that corner of this building to go, I need to make sure too that it's not overlapping this one in an impossible way. So sometimes it's easier for me to figure that out by drawing this side first. So I'm going to line it up with this vanishing point over here and then decide where I want the edge of the building to go. I'm going to leave a little space between the two buildings where you can walk between them, but I'm going to have this building come out a little further this way. So I'm going to have it stop there, and this is where I'm going to make my vertical line now. So maybe I'm going to make it a little wider, but not quite as tall. So I'm going to have this building stop right there. So I've already got the converging line from the bottom. Now I need to get this one and the other two. So I'm going to line the top of the corner of the building up with this vanishing point. And then I'm going to line it up with the other one. I'm going to have this building stop about here. And now I can erase all of the converging lines. All right, I'm going to draw one more building over on this side, and then I'm going to add some windows and some doors. So I'm going to begin by drawing that one converging line first to help me position where I want my building to go. So I'm going to draw from this vanishing point a line here. And this is where I'm going to make my vertical line. So I think I want this building to be a little bit taller than the building beside it. So I need my vertical line. I'm going to stop right about there. So now I need to line this up, the top of that line up with each of my vanishing points. And then I can draw the vertical line for the edges of my building. I think I want this one to go a little bit further, be a little bit wider. Maybe it goes all the way behind that building somewhere. And it comes off a little bit from the sidewalk, so I guess I'll go ahead and draw this line too. And then I can erase the horizon line that's going through it. All right, so with 2-point perspective, we now have every window and door on every side are going to have converging lines that go to a vanishing point. So all of the tops of the windows and the bottoms of the windows are all going to one of the two vanishing points. The sides will remain vertical. So what if we want to draw a door right here? The top of the door is going to go to this vanishing point. So any of the windows and doors on this side will go to this vanishing point, and the doors and the windows on this side will go to this vanishing point. So I think I want it to be about this high. So let's go ahead and get that line in there. And then how wide do I want it to be? How about this? Let's make it this wide. All right, so let's draw some windows then. Any windows on this side are going to go to this vanishing point. So let's see, let's measure some out on the corner of the building. How about we do, let's start them right about here. So I'm measuring each window to be about a ½ inch tall with a ¼ inch in between. So I just made the marks for where I want each row to go. And now I can line up all of those marks with my vanishing point. So I know that they're all the same distance. Now to draw these same windows along the same lines on this side of the building, we would have to draw to this vanishing point. So I'm going to line up each of those marks with this vanishing point and draw a line. So those are the basics for using 2-point perspective to draw a cityscape. I'm going to begin adding details to mine. You can follow along or you can change it up and be more creative and add your own details. One thing that I want you to pay attention to is anytime I end up drawing a line that is not a vertical line, if it's straight, it's going to one of these vanishing points. So I'm going to begin by drawing the details of the sidewalk. So I'm going to draw several squares for lines to show where the squares of the sidewalk end. All of the lines here will go to this vanishing point, and all of the lines in this sidewalk will go to that vanishing point. So pay close attention to the sidewalk lines and try to get those in there. But then after that, you can continue to follow along or you can create your own details.